Hey y'all, welcome to another edition of my authorpreneurship series. I've been talking about who should be an author, what it takes to be an author, when you should become an author, and so I'm kind of doing those 5 W's, and now I'm on the where, okay? So meaning like, where do you sell your book after, you've become an author? So let's say you've gone through the process, you have finally, finished it. Now it's like, okay, now what? Where am I going to sell it? Okay. And so for those of you who are just tuning in and never seen me before, I'm Kathy Michelle, and I coach educators, beginning entrepreneurs, and aspiring authors on how they can use their skills and knowledge they already have and combine those with some simple, savvy business skills so you can make those additional streams of income. And so I've been an author for about 4 years now. Yeah. I have 6 books on Amazon, and I'm always working on the next one. So I got maybe 2 or 3 in the back of my bookshelf or somewhere. Nope, I put them all in my notebooks. I kind of write in my notebooks, a little bit on my laptop, kind of switching between. So I always have another book in my head or in a notebook or my laptop somewhere coming soon. But I want to make sure that I answer any questions you might have, any issues you think you might come across as you begin this journey of becoming an author, okay? So tonight, we're talking about where, okay? So where can you sell your books? So you have a lot of options once you finish that book. Now, this is the basic, okay? If you're like, hey, I don't know about any other platforms, I just want to keep it real simple, you might start off by just email, okay? You just need some place to take orders, okay? So you might put something out, let's say a post or something that says, hey, if you want to buy my book, email me and I'll ship it to you, or, I'll send you a PDF in an email. That's your basic, okay? Not extremely professional, but, sometimes we all got to start somewhere, okay? And then you kind of have to know whether you're going to be giving, doing an ebook or a paperback book or both. It's up to you, just different things you need to consider, and we'll talk about that as we go through. So there's also different platforms that cater to people who do digital products. Dropbox, Sendow, all those places kind of hold your product, your digital product, and send it out automatically. When somebody just clicks on it and pays for it, then they send it out automatically. So that way you don't have to be like, oh, let me check my emails and see how many orders came in, and let me get a stack of books here ready to send out. No, you can just have this platform. They take care of it for you. You just kind of upload your PDF or whatever it is to that site, and they send it out automatically when people pay for it. So that's a good way to send out your digital products. It's fairly cheap. Those platforms are like Sendow. I know it's like only like $24 a month, for them to do those things for you. But do some research and see which ones you prefer. You can also just create a landing page. And a landing page is just a sales page. So let's say you're just scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and you see something you like, a pair of shoes, a pair of pants, or whatever, and you click, and then automatically you put in your credit card, whatever it is, and you buy it, and that's it. That's a landing page. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily on a website. It could be connected to a website, but let's say for whatever reason you don't want to do a whole website. You're just strictly an author and you just want to be able to sell your book, but you don't want to go through the whole website stuff. Then you just create a landing page. You can do that for free. MailChimp is one of them, a platform that you can use for free. And it will show you how to create landing pages so that all you have to do is post it, let's say on Facebook, people click, and then it automatically sends out whatever it is that you want to send out. Okay, so that's another option. Then also, of course, if you have your own website or you want your website, you can have a landing page on there. You can have, your products just listed on your website, and they can go through and just buy your books straight from the website. For me, I have a website. I have landing pages throughout my website. I also have places where you can just click and buy as well. So if you want one of my ebooks, you can just click and it automatically sends it to you. So there's so many different options. The next option is Amazon. Okay, one of my favorites. That's what I use. I have 6 books on Amazon because they take care of everything for you. I like things that are kind of all inclusive. You know, when I go on vacation, I don't want to have to dish out money every time I want to eat. I just want to walk in, eat, and know that everything's taken care of. That's pretty much Amazon. You don't have to worry about pretty much anything. All you do is connecting your bank account to it. So whenever somebody buys it, the royalties, which is the money that you get from the book, goes directly into your account. Boom. It's free. Doesn't cost any money. They take their money off. Let's say you got a $10 book. They take their $3 off the cuff and then put the $7 into your bank account. Boom. Okay. So you're basically uploading a PDF if you're selling the ebook, and they also have paperback books. So if you decide you want to offer both, they take care of that stuff for you. Okay. You've been on Amazon before. You know how it works. You see something you want, you click it, it goes into your cart, you put in your address or whatever location you want to pick it up from. It is there in 2 or 3 days. Same thing with books. Okay. It's done for you, easy peasy. Okay, so that's why I like it, and that's why I use it. Other options, you might want to just sell your books at vendor events. Now, vendor events are not free. Let's say 9 out of 10 are not free. They probably range anywhere from $50 to $300 for a vendor event. Okay, so you got to think about it. Are you going to sell $300 worth of books if you decide to do the vendor route? Now, like I said, some of them, could be as low as 50, could find some that's 25. It just kind of depends on what kind of event it is, what the traffic is like. Just kind of do your due diligence and know who is operating the whole thing so you can get your money's worth. But that's if you want to send your book to a print company and have them print out a bunch of books for you. You pay for it and you keep an inventory of your book right there, and you just were like, okay, I'll sell it at a vendor event. It's totally up to you. I've done several vendor events, not necessarily for books. I've done some where I'm selling my books, but that was when I had some other businesses and I was selling other things. Like I said, it's pros and cons with vendor events. It just kind of depends on if that's what you want. Consider libraries. You can have your book in a library. That's something that is a process. Of course, you have to go through and they have to approve it. And, it is like I said, it's a process to go through that. But they do provide an option for authors to have their books in the library physically, or the ebooks, or if you have audiobooks, things like that. They do offer all those things. So that's something to look into. And then, of course, old school bookstores. There's not a lot of bookstores left. Okay, it's pretty much Barnes and Noble, and that's it. And then you got your little mom and pop ones, throughout people's cities and things. So you might, peddle your book out to these small mom and pop stores, and they might buy a few of your books and see how it goes. And if it sells, then they might order some more. If you're trying to do big bookstores like Barnes and Nobles, then you have to get a traditional publishing route. They don't really go through self-publisher type things. So you have to go the traditional route of, sending your proposal to different publishing companies to see if they accept it. Usually the proposal is not the whole book, it's just the idea, like an outline. It's like a rough draft outline of what your book is. They have control over your book, what's in it, the pictures, the title, the whole shebang. You get less money from the royalties, but they're going to send it out to, all over the globe, so you might get more money back in volume. Just totally depends. That's something you need to research. I choose not to go the traditional route because I'm impatient. I wanted my book up and running like within 24 hours, and Amazon is beautiful about that. It doesn't take too long, no more like, I don't know, I think the longest I've ever waited to have my book on Amazon was like 72 hours. It's just a simple approval process, and then it goes live. I don't want to wait 3, 4, 6 months, a year for some publishing company to give me their input and then decide whether or not, they're going to publish it, this year or next year or whatever kind of thing. But, not saying I won't ever do it, but at the moment, that wasn't what I wanted to do for my books. But it's something that you might look into, okay? So that's just a little, overview of, what it's like once you finish. But of course, you have to get started. If you need help getting started, you have questions, feel free to put the comments in the comments box. Send me a DM. I'll answer all questions. If anything I can't answer, I'll point you in the right direction for resources. If you'd like to schedule a phone call with me for 30 minutes for free, you can go to bit.ly chat with Kat, and I'll put that into the comments box as well, and schedule a little coaching call with me. Bounce off some ideas, whatever questions you want to talk to me, live on the phone. If you want to take the route of taking my online class, I have a signature online class that takes you from how to create the book to self-publishing on Amazon and the whole shebang, okay? And that's my Learn to Create, Self-Publish, and Sell an Ebook on Amazon. I will also put that link down there, and if you're watching on Instagram, all the links are in my bio, okay? So that's it for tonight. I will see you guys on the next one, all right?